there. My dog is sitting directly behind me. Hello everybody, welcome to another YouTube video. My name is Morgan and let's just get started. I did the thing that I shouldn't do, knowing me personally, and I looked to see what Hobonichi had for their spring 2023 collection. For those of you unfamiliar, Hobonichi, which makes this notebook among others, releases 2 collections and then some other odd releases throughout the year. The first collection is, quote unquote first, is September, and that is for the full year for the next year. And then the second one is in February for spring, and that's the September release is January to December planners, and then the spring release is April to March planners. And I have kind of been in the market for a new Hobonichi Weeks, and I'm going to explain what I'm going to use it for a little bit in this video, and also do a setup in the next video, because spoiler, I bought some things. So me, a fool, went to Jet Pens, which is my stationer of choice, and looked to see what they had, and lo and behold, there was a lot. So I'm gonna go through it because I've never done like a Hobonichi haul before, and let's put that there. Okay, and I want to do one. If you have been watching this channel for any amount of time, you probably will have seen at least that I posted a no-buy intro video. That's going to be hidden, and that's another thing that I'm going to address in another video. In the meantime, please enjoy this Hobonichi haul for the 2023 spring collection. There's a theme. You can see a theme in what I bought. I think the only thing that I did not get that was part of this like mini collection was the smaller version, the A6 version of this notebook, which was just this notebook, A6 size, same cover. And I don't tend to write in a lot of A6 notebooks. She says having 2 A6 notebooks in her planner lineup, which update of that is also coming soon. But I wanted the A5 notebooks. All of these things were illustrations done by the same artist, and the artist's name is Makino is the surname of the artist. I don't know. I think in here there's an informational thing. But anyway, I'll talk a little bit more about it. But I love botanical drawings. If you know anything about me, you know I love botanical drawings. I have a couple of more botanical illustration inspired tattoos. There's one that's a work in progress right now. And so when I saw this collection, I got it. I had to get it. I didn't have to get it. I decided to get it. There hasn't been for a couple of releases, but there used to be like a botanical illustration version of the Weeks. And there hasn't been for a while. So when I saw this one, I knew that's the one that I wanted to get for the week setup that I'm going to be doing. And then when I saw that there was just a gorgeous A6 cover, and I happened to have an A6 notebook, I decided to get it. And then, of course, we have these 2 notebooks, which I will also be using in specific ways, which I will talk about. I think I'm going to start with the A6 cover. I also ordered a cover on cover with it as well. So yes, this is from the this is an illustration by Tomitaro Makino. It's from the Kochi Prefectural Makino Botanical Garden collection, and I bet the Kochi Prefectural Makino Botanical Garden is a place in Japan. and I would like to go to there if that's the case. But yeah, so this is like it's a linen feel cover with a screen printed, or kind of, it's shiny, can you see that? It's like a little plasticky illustration on it, and I like it a lot. There's even a pocket in the back, which is kind of a hit or miss thing on these more special covers. So right now I have a Midori A6 cover on this. Midori covers work really well for A6 and A5 Hobonichis. This, if you did not watch my planner lineup video, is my workout planner, and I don't actually, not workout planner, but my workout notebook. I don't actually take it to the gym with me, which I wasn't sure whether I was going to do that or not at the beginning of the year, but the answer is no, I'm not going to do that. So putting it in a special cover, just fine, and then I'm going to have a cover on it too, so that's good. I don't know that this plastic cover will also fit. It's worth a shot. No, okay. I'm going to remove the plastic cover and put it in the regular cover, and then put the cover on. Okay, so a few notes, I guess. First of all, this cute little card came in, tucked inside the front cover. It's got more information on the artist, which is great. I'm not going to read it. And then, is this care instructions maybe? Yes, okay. So it's got the care instructions in English, which I appreciate. But the cover, it's got a little bit more space than I was expecting here, especially around here. It does have a hole in the back, an opening in the back for the pocket, which is great. The printed cover-on covers don't have that pocket flap. And then it's got two bookmarks in nice spring colors. And these are actually finished at the end, which the ones on the weeks that I have aren't. So it's nice that I don't have to do anything to them. But also my pen loop is no longer functional. So kind of torn as to whether to keep using this or just like raw dog it and have this uncovered. I think I'll think about it for a little bit. Worst case scenario, I'll just store the cover on cover. I'm sure I will either find someone who can use it or use it myself some other time. The cover also doesn't lie flat quite yet, but that's fine because it shipped flat, or it doesn't close all the way on its own yet. And that's probably because it shipped flat, and then the cover on cover also shipped flat. So nothing that, you know, a few days under a heavy book can't handle, but this is really beautiful. Very happy with it. To go with this notebook, the cover, I also got the A6 pencil board. I love Hobonichi pencil boards. I think they're so cute. They're also very functional. I'm gonna open this and then I'll talk more about it. The back is a nice bright yellow. So the thing about Hobonichi products is that they're made with Tomoe River paper, which is very thin and very fragile. And one of the things that gets me about Tomoe River paper and notebooks in general is when you are writing on a surface and then you turn it over and you can feel the notebooks or the impression of the pen on the other side, and like I could feel it there, for example. And so the nice thing about the pencil board is that you put it under here and then you can just write and it'll prevent the pen from creating impressions. So that's great. Also, the 2 bookmarks is fantastic so that I can bookmark the current day or the last day that I've done. So here, and then the month, because that's where I'm recording things. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm excited about that. It's also a good bookmark if I decide I need to mark another page, so I can mark 3 things all at once. So that is this. There wasn't an A5 pencil board, or I would have gotten one of those too. Next, notebooks. They're the same. I'm gonna keep one in the wrapping just to store it, but these are 260 pages. I'm gonna unwrap it first. These notebooks are 260 pages. They're A5. They are plain grid, although the grid has a bit of a tint to it. So we've got orange, blue, green, gray. Trying not to cover it. And then purple. If you have used a Hobonichi Cousin Japanese edition, I believe the English one doesn't have these, but you'll be familiar with the tinted grid. I don't mind it. I barely notice it. And I've been trying to practice Spanish and take notes, and I've been trying to use a Hobonichi Day Free to take notes on Spanish, and boy is that not working. So I'm getting just a plain notebook instead, because I feel like the Hobonichi Day Free is like too precious to write in. But this is I think the correct mix of function and beauty, and that'll hopefully get me more interested in writing. I also have a Midori plastic cover for this one that I'm going to be using with it. There we go. So I have a Hobonichi Weeks and then the Weeks size pencil board, and I'll take those out of the plastic and we'll talk about them. So got those. So this is the Weeks pencil board. I think it's beautiful. It's really, really gorgeous. And then it's a nice springy purple on the back. I do find that I get a lot of use off of the ruler on my pencil boards as well, which I believe there's one, yes, the A6 is also marked as a ruler. This is like a plasticky cover, so I have a cover on cover coming. I might not use it because I prefer not using it, although the cover on cover, if the cover on cover has a pen loop, I might use it anyway, but otherwise I might not, because this feels like you can just like wipe stuff off of it. This is another one where it's very shiny, and yeah, it's really pretty. But yeah, friggin' gorgeous. This is a Japanese language. This is a Japanese language Weeks. They don't come in English, and honestly, I don't really care. But, so you have your full year calendars here with holidays. And then you have your year at a glance, or probably a perpetual calendar is a better way to put it. You have your perpetual calendar here, starts in April for the spring and then ends in March. And then the first monthly calendar here is March. And then that goes all the way through June of 2024. Is that right? No, April of 2024. Okay. And then the weekly pages start on February 27th. So as I'm filming this, this is February 13th. So I've got a solid 2 weeks before it officially starts. And then the weeks go through the end of March. which conveniently ends on a Sunday. And then you have your note pages, and there are, I want to say 74? Was that right? 74. I have watched, nope, 75. Okay. I was about to say I've watched far too many Hobonichi unboxings. But the note pages are so-so for me in a Hobonichi weeks. I think they're good for making lists of pre-existing things. They're less good for taking notes or rapid logging, in my opinion. It's just a little bit small. But I think what I'm going to do, because I have 2 weeks before the notebook actually, the dates start, I might start using this and get it set up for at least to start next week. Who knows? So what am I using this for? What am I using this for, Morgan? I watched, I want to say it's a video by The Lost Teacup, and they were setting, or they were going through their Hobonichi that they're using for the 12-week year, which is a goal planning, or like a goal setting and accomplishment getting system. And I will correct myself if I didn't say the correct username, and I'll link that video down below as well because it was super helpful for me. And I'll be honest, I had already ordered this. But I had also been thinking about the 12-week year, and I came across the video because I had searched Hobonichi 12-week year on YouTube. So it's kind of good timing. So I'm gonna use this to keep track of the 12-week year, which is based on kind of daily and weekly steps to accomplish what you normally would accomplish in 1 year in a matter of 12 weeks. And I'm gonna get this all set up in another YouTube video. Oh my gosh, did you hear the geese? I hope so. I hope you didn't hear the cars. I hope you did hear the geese. But the 12-week year is a really useful concept because I do agree that, and I've read the book, and I'll link to the book on some like independent bookstore website. But I do agree with some things in the book where thinking in terms of a year and things that you want to accomplish by the end of the year is maybe too far out for some people. And I will, again, be talking about this all in another video, but just a quick preview of how I want to approach the 12-week year, which is I want to take a look at my yearly goals. I want to break it down into 12-week chunks, but I also want those 12-week chunks to kind of flow into each other. But the 12-week year has a lot of stuff to keep track of, a lot of moving parts, and I thought that I was going to be able to do that in my common planner, but I think that having a separate notebook for it is warranted given how focused the system is. So I'm going to try that. Worst case, I'll just use this as a gratitude journal or something. It's very pretty. I want to use it. And again, keep an eye out for a video setting this up to be used for the 12-week year planning system. Yeah, I've decided I don't really like this cover on the notebook. We'll figure that out. But anyway, so that is my very themed spring 2023 Hobonichi haul. I don't plan on doing a lot of Hobonichi hauls in the future. I might do one near the end of the year when I get my planner system for 2024 in place. We'll see. Maybe I'll be using less notebooks by then, who knows? Anyway, keep an eye out for setting up my Hobonichi weeks for my for the 12-week year, and flip through of how I've been using my notebooks so far this year, and an updated planner system, which will be coming once I get everything else set up, so probably beginning of March. Thanks so much for watching. If you bought anything from the spring 2023 Hobonichi release, let me know so I don't feel so alone. And let me know what you think about the stuff that I got in the comments. Bye. Did the neighbors get home, baby? You were so good you didn't bark at all. What? Oh, it's time to go outside. Yeah? Is it time to go outside? Are you ready? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Oh, the dog outro is shamelessly stolen from Brianna Jewel, by the way. I love her dogs, so I want to include my dog more. Yes, we're gonna go outside.